So Stewart's actually has made an appearance on almost every No MSG video.
I know, right? Right? In solid and liquid and ice glacial forms.
Yes.
Yes, hell yeah.
So they're getting their bang for their buck.
Yeah, hell yeah. For the no advertising.
Yeah, for the no advertising, they're doing great.
We really gotta find someone who will advertise that has coffee around here. Well, Alias does.
Alias does.
But we can't just go there and well, we could just go there sometime. It's a little out of our route though. But that we would go there because and I have spent more than my share of money at Alias getting coffee.
Oh yeah,
they got great coffee.
They do.
So,
it's very artisan,
very.
What's the dude's name that works there?
Hernan,
yeah.
Hernan.
He's a cool dude, and
he's real cool.
I don't know. He's like he turns it into like artwork. Like
it's just I had this pound of the coffee, and it had like blueberry notes or blackberry notes or something like that. And whenever they say that, I'm just kind of like, yeah, whatever. It's packaging, you know. It's like when they say that about wines has all these different notes and cigars have all these notes. Like, no, cigars just taste like ass, and everybody wants them to taste like more than ass. So they say they have notes, but Hernan's coffee has notes. It really does. It tastes like that. And when you drink the coffee, you know, it's not flavored. It's just got that natural kind of stuff going on. I had some stuff that had caramel in it. It was really good.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with caramel.
No.
But Stewart's is pretty decent gas station coffee.
Yeah.
It's way better than the one that you pay $1 for at the other store.
Stewart's is the kind of coffee that you might not care at all about it when you can get it down the block at every turn. But if you ever left your house you left your area for a long time, you know, 6-week vacation or 2 months or 10 years, you would come back and you would want Stewart's coffee.
Well, that's one of my friends only drinks Stewart's. He had a job offer down south. He was going to take it, but he didn't take it because they don't have Stewart's down there.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what? He said,
yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it couldn't have been a great job.
I don't know.
It's not like he turned down, you know, he was going from like, you know, minimum wage and turned down some 6 figures because of Stewart's coffee.
Yeah, I don't think it was that.
No, it couldn't have been that. But that would have been, yeah, I mean, at that point, that's not loyalty, that's kind of stupidity at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like when my son was in the, my son is in the Army, but when he wanted his first care package, it was like Stewart's coffee, because they do sell the ones, but Fryhofer's cookies, another non-sponsor.
Yeah, we're just sponsoring all the hell out of all our non-sponsors.
We're just making suggestions.
All right, so you know what? How's it this round? This round is going to be, let's talk about the people who actually advertise with us.
Well, there's so many.
There are. Like, okay, so we did talk about Alias.
We did.
And Hernan and how good that coffee is.
Deliciousness.
So, who else? Let's see.
But also Seasons Cafe and
Seasons is really good too. Yeah, I've had Seasons one time. I think it was at a one of the river festivals.
Seasons really good.
At Seasons, that was really good. And crank this window up. There we go.
So that's the thing is like, just talking about like these coffee places. There's a lot of really good locally owned coffee places. Yeah. We mentioned the 2 that do advertise with us right now. But the thing is with the type of coffee we're drinking right now, these just so happen to be on every corner, everywhere in upstate New York.
Yeah, it's ubiquitous. It's ubiquitous, and Stewart's, you should really do the right thing and advertise with us.
You should. You really should.
You really should, because here we are. You know, we're extending all this goodwill. So yeah, you should advertise with us. So okay, here's another advertiser that Mud Daddy Flats. Have you ever had one of their quesadillas?
Oh, I've had way more than one. I've actually, when I was working in downtown Troy, which was short-lived, but I went to Mud Daddy Flats pretty much like twice a week, and I tried almost every single item on the menu.
I went there just one day I went there. I don't know if I know I one time had a Reuben, because I love Reuben.
That was the one I started with.
Yeah, I had a Reuben quesadilla, and then I had, it was like a Thanksgiving turkey quesadilla. It had every Thanksgiving thing.
Yes.
It was perfect. And it was snowing, and there was already like 6 inches of snow, and it was one of those ones where they said, don't go out. Yeah, and I went out to get a quesadilla from my daddy.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
Let's see, who else? T&J Soaps.
T&J Soaps.
And, all right, so we're not just sitting here doing this because like art is on our ass to do this. No, we just made this shit up. So yeah, we're just doing this because why not? So like, okay, T&J Soaps are awesome. They're like handmade soaps. They have so many flavors.
Yes,
it's like
delicious.
They're so delicious.
I mean, when your kid says the F word, put some T&J soap in their mouth,
yeah,
and they'll keep cussing up a storm.
They will keep cussing up a storm. Yeah, they will cuss more.
They will.
So yeah, all right. So I had they had the kind that were cool, like the whiskey ones and the like whiskey bourbon, pine scent. Like they just basically have everything.
Yes.
I kind of wish what we could do with this is sometimes go into some of these shops with the camera and just be like, yo.
Well, we're gonna do that.
We really need to do that. I think that would be cool.
That was the first idea we had before but we execute the ideas that we have. We execute them in the reverse pattern.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So eventually we'll get to it.
We just kind of jumped into all this ass first.
Yes.
And now we are getting near our head. Yeah. Yeah, dude, because we should go in there like a fake secret shopper. Like we're not really a secret shopper.
I like that.
But we just kind of go in. You could just go into anyone whenever you have a chance. And if I happen to be in Troy, I'll just go into one.
Well, thank God we're not going across that bridge.
I know. Look at that. You all can't see this, but there's a big traffic pile up right next to us.
Or maybe you can see it.
Nah, they're
maybe you can.
Oh, maybe they can with this camera. Yeah, maybe they can. Maybe they just know.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe they just know there's traffic piled up.
Yeah, that
would be our luck. Oh, yeah, yeah.
God bless them. I hope they're okay.
Yep.
No ill will to anyone.
That's tough. Have you ever had that situation where like the traffic's backed up like crazy? I don't know. Where the traffic's backed up like crazy and you're screaming at it, and then you get up to the front and you realize like it was a nasty accident, and then you feel guilty because you were like going like what the hell, and meanwhile like somebody was really hurt. I hate that. It happens to me too once in a while. I get that way. I get that guilt from because I'm always gonna be like, what the hell, man? Hurry up.
No, absolutely. And seeing tough accidents like that, you don't leave your house that day thinking you're gonna see someone that on the side of the road with their head decapitated.
Yeah, right. Thankfully, I've never actually seen that. I've never seen a head decapitation. I've never seen that. But I've seen.
It looks like a bowling ball, honestly.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know what part of my day that's gonna ruin later, but I'm sure it will be one part of the day.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So I love hanging out with Liam. We hang out when we can, but today we're actually working. That's what we're doing right now. See, the brand spanking new issue of Experience Monthly is out. This is the June issue, and dogs in a pile.
We are delivering this to all the good little boys and girls in the capital region.
We are. Joe, Lavano, and Ralph.
The bad ones.
And the bad ones, yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. Great.
No, that is a really cool.
Nice, fun cover right there with our
got good
alien.
People in this one.
We do. So, yes.
Yeah, so we're going to deliver this. And, Rob's going to deliver this, and then I'm going to monologue when he's gone and make up assertions of the people around. Figure something out.
Whatever happens, happens.
Or I'll just press off.
Off. That's a unique way to do it.
I was wondering if that was a cop. Nope.
Yeah.
We'll be off of here anyways. But yeah, so man, I woke up this morning and I thought of maybe changing my career. I thought I was maybe becoming the Eggman.
Yeah.
Or the Walrus. I didn't know which one, but then I had read up on it, and apparently the Walrus was a villain. In some other story.
So the Walrus is probably more fun.
Yeah, it was like the Walrus and the Carpenter was the story, and the Walrus ended up being like the bad guy, and John Lennon was basically like, well, you know, I didn't want it. The Carpenter just didn't sound that good. He didn't even know the Walrus was a bad guy. They said the whole point of that song was just to do something ridiculous that nobody can analyze.
I kind of thought that was the point of that
because
song.
they said that people were analyzing Beatles songs, and he was like, you know, he just didn't want people to analyze Beatles songs, so he just, you know, they just made up a dumb song that had no meaning of
They
nothing.
made up quite
whatever.
a few dumb songs that had no meaning though, because then you had Yellow Submarine,
Yeah.
Rocky Raccoon. That one's kind of fun.
The acid years.
Yeah. You know, even though the lyrics in those songs are kind of like ridiculous, they are still good songs though.
Oh yeah, well I mean the I'm the Walrus is a good song.
Yeah. But yeah, it goes to show that I don't know, LSD really helped make some of the greatest records of all time.
It did.
Crack, though, on the other hand, is a drug that, you know, great records have not really been made with crack.
No, but great record deals have.
Yes.
No, great record deals have been made with coke.
Yeah, no kidding.
Which is really just, you know, gentleman crack.
Yeah. It's a richer man's drug.
A richer man, yeah, right.
But it'll make
great
you
deals
poor.
have been made that way.
It
Yes.
will make you poor very quickly.
Yes.
So totally do not.
Like so many
Recommend
stories,
that.
so many stories are very hopeful, and then you hear, and then they met coke.
Yeah.
Suddenly you know the rest of the story.
Well, there was
you know the rest of the story sucks. The story never gets better after you hear, and then they met coke.
You're right.
Stories never get better after coke gets introduced.
No, it's such a sad thing. I mean, honestly, it just will destroy your life. They had this commercial back in the, I think it was actually the early 90s, where one of those, you know, drug war commercials there. But this one was actually correct. It was just a giant nose. And up the nose goes the house, and up the nose goes the family, and the car, and your whole life.
Right. Yeah, that one does it.
Yeah, not a big.
I mean, do you
Reagan
imagine
fan,
how
but-
many? I was gonna say, you imagine how many people. I mean, it was just the biggest joke in the world that your brain on drugs.
This
I
is your
mean,
brain. Yeah, the frying pan.
You're gonna
one?
crack an egg on a frying pan for people who are baked out of their minds and hungry as hell. And you're gonna make eggs. You're gonna make eggs and talk about drugs. It's like, man, I can't tell you how many times I was baked. I saw that commercial and I just wanted eggs.
Well, the funny thing was back then they threw weed and marijuana into the mix as if it was an actual drug that would destroy your life.
Oh my God, yeah.
So totally not the case. All right, so this is the very first stop of the day. So I'm just gonna run some papiers in this place. So just get a quick little shot. Let people know where they can get the paper. Hot off the presses. All right, we're gonna get this to the delivery. Yeah, so a lot of places aren't open yet. It is kind of early, so we just kind of leave them. Anyway, this is gonna go online. So if I wasn't mistaken, I understand you have a business. I think I overheard.
Oh yeah.
If you want to
Yes, absolutely.
advertise it.
My name is Jay. They call me the Mayor of Lark Street. And I used to be the funniest homeless guy you'd ever meet, but now I'm the hardest working businessman you'll ever meet. This is the truth. I do windows. My business is called Willie's Windows Washers.
Okay.
It was Jane
And
Days.
yeah, we about to change the name. Willie's Windows Washers, right? Willie's and More,
Okay.
or J and J, because it's Jasmine and Jay. You know, he's my business associate here.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
So, you know,
Your woman, maybe.
yeah, my wife. Okay. So what we're doing is we're going to clean up Lark Street. Absolutely. No, but I do windows, I do yard work, I do pretty much anything except walk dogs. Cats are smarter than dogs. We got better personalities than people.
Yes, they do. So how do people reach you?
My phone number 518.
517-9583.
What she said. God, I don't call myself.
Thank you.
Man, I can't get enough of this. More promo for stores. I can't get enough of that half and half. That lemonade and iced tea. Oh my god.
They called it crack tea.
It is. It is. Yeah, man. So that was I mean, some of those drug ads were really good. It's just like, you know.
Well, like the one where everything was going up the nose. That one I found to be true.
Very accurate. Dude, the ones that killed me, I mean, visceral reaction. I think maybe this is just because, they hit close to home. The cigarette ads.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. The cigarette ads were so bad, and I was such a smoker that I was like,
they really flip them up.
Right. I questioned their legality.
You want out?
Yeah.
They'll never beat us.
I think there may have been 2 lanes there, and I was doing Schrodinger's cat on both. I think maybe.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So
they wanted there to be 2 lanes. They should put a little stripe line.
you should.
They should. Yeah, dude, those cigarette ads killed me though, man. I mean, like, they were just so bad. They were so wrong. I was like, okay, I get it. You don't want me to smoke, but like, this is gonna give kids nightmares.
Well, check it out. So
And that was the whole point.
Yeah. When you watch like a movie as a smoker, and the cool guy with slick back hair goes out for a cigarette, and then all of a sudden, it does make you want to go out and have a cigarette.
Oh, it does.
But then when this commercial comes on, this guy's like, can't breathe, and
Oh, we are so susceptible to
feel
what
so
we see on
guilty
TV.
about
Yeah.
smoking after that.
Well, I mean, dude, the thing is, I was smoking like 3 packs a day, so it wasn't even a matter. Like, if I had smoked like 5 cigarettes a day, I probably would be like, you know what, maybe I should just give these up. But man, 3 packs a day, I mean, well, I ended up going cold turkey anyways, but,
That's a lot.
it's a very lot.
I don't think I've ever done that.
I
2
think
packs, maybe
yeah.
when I was like partying.
My grandfather smoked 4 packs a day, gave him up cold turkey, and then spent the rest of his life swimming in lakes.
What did you smoke? Unfiltered Pall-Malls?
Oh God, he probably did. Yeah, I smoked the worst kind, man. I smoked USA Gold.
Hey, smoking on a budget.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't see killing myself for, at that time, $10 a pack when I could go $6 a pack for USA Golds. I figure, it all has nicotine in it.
Well, I mean, with my luck, saving money is always a plus. You go to the pearly gates, and I always thought I might end up being $1 short.
Right.
So,
Yeah, right, exactly. How'd you go to the pearly gates? It's like the gate is like a machine that accepts dollar bills only. Or accepts credit cards only, no dollar bills, no change.
I always thought, the pearly gates would be more like, one of those lines where you're waiting to get into a club in Hollywood and you're just not on the list. Sorry, you're not on the list.
Right,
You're not beautiful enough to be in heaven.
Yeah, you're not beautiful. No, all right, on the line.
I would make an ugly angel.
Along the line of vending machines, imagine if heaven is like the Aldi's, the carts in Aldi's. You have to have
Oh
a
my
quarter.
God.
You have to have a quarter.
There's got to be a catch, right?
There's a catch. Like, you can get anything you want in heaven, but you got to have a quarter for the cart. And no philosopher ever tells you that you have to have a quarter for the cart. Like, nobody ever figured that out. So everybody goes up there and nobody has a quarter for the cart. So basically, there is nobody in heaven. It's just everybody's in hell.
Yeah.
Or purgatory. Everybody's in purgatory.
Purgatory. That's where the party is.
They're all digging in the ground in purgatory looking for a quarter.
Yeah, you know.
That could go somewhere. That could be an interesting movie, I think.
It could.
Yeah, let's
do
that.
I'm okay with being stuck in purgatory. Certainly don't want to go to hell if it's anything like the 7 levels of hell that is.
Dante's Inferno. Yeah. That's
was there like one where you're like constantly like getting stung by bees like forever?
Right. Yeah.
But there's no EpiPens.
Yeah, there's no EpiPens.
Yeah.
And it's always yellow jackets, so the stingers never fall off. They never die.
And then there was like one level where you're like drowning, but when you come up, you're probably drowning in like fire, blood, water.
Nastiness.
And you come up for a breath, and they shoot you with an arrow every time you come up. Like, yeah. So it sounds like torture. Some people are into that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if you're into like, you know, that thank you sir, may I have another stuff, does hell that even matter to you?
Right.
You're just kind of like, all right, cool.
You know, but I don't think, you know, the people that are really like devil worshippers and stuff, they probably would be surprised to realize like if it is real. Then they're like, oh shit, I was just kidding. Do I really have to fry?
Right. Yeah, right. I don't get into that stuff. I know you don't either, but you know, like I don't think that someone who don't believe in God, you know, would not go to, if there's a heaven, would not go to. I don't
totally. Yeah.
I don't.
That whole thing where like, you know.
I think like the math that goes into who goes to heaven and who doesn't is probably pretty damn complicated.
Yeah, for real.
Real complicated math there. I don't think it's like, oh, you said you didn't believe in God. Hell. No.
Read this sentence and you're good.
Yeah, read this. Yeah, exactly. Read this sentence and all is good.
That's it. You're in the club.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, you're good forever.
The cool one, like the show Lucifer. Basically, in that show, it's like nobody gets sent to hell. It's if you live with guilt, your guilt automatically brings you to hell. And you go through like over and over again. You go through like a guilt kind of loop. And so whatever the guilty thing is, you play it over and over and over again in hell. And he says like nobody can ever. There's no doors in hell. Like, there's no locked doors. Anybody can leave, but nobody does because everybody's guilty.
Gotcha.
And they play their guilt. So who knows? I mean, I don't know what. I always thought this, like when you die, you got a couple of seconds, or you got like maybe 15 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that, 45 seconds maybe, where you know your body is dead, but your brain is not done yet. And in that 45 seconds, like time doesn't mean anything when you ain't got a clock.
Right.
So 45 seconds could be an eternity.
You could.
So you could live out your whole heaven, hell, whatever in the 45 seconds that your brain is still alive.
Well, I did discover that time does actually work differently in dreams. They say it works differently in space too, but I've never been there. But you used to do this stupid thing as a kid where they would knock you out by like pushing up against your chest, and then you.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that?
I used to do that. I did that.
That's not a fun thing.
No,
you
not.
could die. But
so you breathe, and then they do this.
Yeah, this thing. That's what that was. So yeah, I was at a summer camp, but we were skipping it because I just skipped everything and left. And yeah, the kids did that to me. But I had this dream. It was like a 2-hour long movie. And they were like slapping me in my face to wake me up, and they were scared. And when I woke up, I was like, wow, man, like I felt like I was out forever, and they said I was not even out for like 10 seconds.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
If I had a 2-hour, motion picture movie within 5 seconds, that means time does travel differently, right?
Time don't mean nothing. I mean, it means something, when you gotta. It only means something because you get like a certain amount of time on Earth.
Right.
But your mind don't really. I don't think your mind really. Because like, have you ever had to wait for 2 hours in a doctor's office?
It's the worst.
Yeah, that shit feels like 12 hours.
Sure does.
But then you're having a good time, and they say time flies. Well, that's true. I mean, you know, like all that stuff. I don't think there's a concrete, because all time is just something goes around and we check it and we say, okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all time is. I mean, it's not something like, you know, natural property.
It's
just we mark something. The sun revolves around the earth. Oh, that's time.
It is. But it's there is something to it. But there's also something to life after death. I don't believe it's just it. You know, I've seen a ghost before, so with seeing a ghost,
me
that
too. Yeah,
tells me right there that there's something else out there. All right, told you, man, Lark Street is the best. How we doing? I love the ceiling in here, by the way. Papers, get your papers. How we doing, guys? Got the new papers for you. Thank you. Have a great one. Good seeing you. All right. Old bar. What up, man? Making a video.
I be chillin', trying to be cool, nigga, going to give me a bad route. My ex keep making me spaz out. Nigga, you don't got none but mad mouth. It's a 9, I pass out. But if I'm so weak, I'ma dash out. We ain't throwing a picture in that house. Two blocks in one night. Nigga, still hot, so I'm so tight. We don't catch the party.
Absolutely.
Getting hype, smoking on the phone. I ain't pay the price. Got a
Sorry, I'm trying to take too long.
Oh, wow.
All right. So that's a new
It's a new drop.
new place, yeah.
What is it?
I think they're called Bitchin' Donuts.
Nice.
If I saw that somebody, yeah, Bitchin' Donuts. So I gotta add that.
Damn, half and half. All right, so next block up.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look like there's a parking spot.
Oh, I forgot we're on.
Oh yeah.
Bitchin',
Yeah, I probably cut this out.
Bitchin' Donuts.
Bitchin' Donuts. We're gonna try them out too.
They were pretty friendly. New spot on Lark Street. Seasoned Skate Shop. There's the boys.
Oh, there are spaces. I hate parallel parking like this. I like the other way.
Dude, parallel parking in my Lincoln Town car is no fun either.
Oh, I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine.
But I used to have one of those 1985 big giant Cadillacs.
Yeah.
That was worse. Got into a car chase with that, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, some gang members were chasing us. If that's an
They
interest.
didn't catch you, did they?
No, if you're familiar with Elizabeth Street, that hill goes down like that. And imagine this big giant Cadillac just like flying down the hill.
Leaving the ground at some point.
Yeah, it probably looked pretty cool, but it was scary.
All right.
Papers. What did Paper Boys say? Did Paper Boys just say something when they threw papers on people's lawns?
Extra, read all about it. I don't know.
Hot off the presses!
Yeah, I have to press this, yeah.
So let's see, we got one. Yeah, I'm gonna need more than that.
Okay, so I'm not going to sit up here with my thumb up my ass while Rob delivers. So,
Why not? That sounds like
we will talk about the advertisers, because I can do that. Okay, one of our advertisers is Dark Tower Tattoo. I actually got my Radio X tattoo from them. They are in Troy. If you know where Prospect Park is, they're right near there. They're on I think it's Congress Street or Ferry Street. They're somewhere there. So look up Dark Tower Tattoo because they are awesome. And we'll do first page, last page. How about that? Now we already talked about Mud Daddy Flats, getting awesome quesadillas in weather that I shouldn't have been out in, and Rob trying every single one of them. Yes, they are awesome, and they've been with us for a long time, so you know, awesome on them. Then on the inside back, we got the fuse box. We have been working the past few Sundays with the fuse box for Experience Fuse Box, with different things going on, different bands, and that's been fun. Fuse box is always a good time in the Capital Region. It's in Albany on Central Ave. There's a little park right across the street from it in that area, I think it's between Central and Washington. It's called Townsend Park. Fuse box is on the block that's on. So if you want to figure that out, it's between Lark Street and Henry Johnson Boulevard, which is where you go through Arbor Hill there to come into Central Ave. And it's right between Central, Henry Johnson, and Lark Street. So that's the fuse box. You probably already know the information I just told you, but tell it to you again, because if you hear it more than once, you might remember it. So Patrick's Pub, Waterville. I used to go there all the time. I haven't been there in a while, but they are an awesome pub in Waterville. Very high-end looking. I mean, if you look at it, they're very high-end. So on June 2nd, they have Brian Kane. And on June 3rd, today is June 2nd. No, tomorrow is June 2nd. So tomorrow they have Brian Kane. Saturday they have Hit and Run. And the 24th, they have a Summer Live Festival. So you might want to go out and get that. I'm hoping you get this before all those dates are obsolete. We advertise Burrito, which I would say for them is, I think they're in Troy. I'm not sure, but you can go to burritosquare.com and find out more about them. If you are a connoisseur of burritos like myself, I just have not particularly hit them yet. There's this thing coming up. It's called Rye Bread, and it's a festival. We've always had a little bit of a connection with it. In this particular case, we have Dogs in a Pile, someone we interviewed this month, and they are going to be at Rye Bread. So Rye Bread is July 27th through 29th. It's at the Scotticoke Fairgrounds. And Hotel and Friends, North Mississippi All-Stars, Cool. The Special, Dogs in a Pile, Couch, DJ Logic and Friends. A lot of bands are going to be there, so you definitely want to hit that. Cafe Lena. I like Cafe Lena because when I'm doing my little segment to tell people what shows are happening over the weekend, they always have a lot of good shows. So I like them, but I hate them because it means I always have to do a lot of work to grab their shows because they have a lot of shows. But I do like the fact that they have a lot of shows, and you should too. You shouldn't worry about how long it takes me to do my weekend thing. Okay, so we got DeAndrea's Pizza, which is a slice of Italy. It's on Caroline Street, and there's another one north on Route 9. So go there and hit them up because I've heard great things about the pizza. And then we got in Boston Spa on 9, we got the Galley Bar and Grill. And most of their menu is also available gluten-free, and that's a big selling point. So, because I don't like gluten. I'm not one of those people who I can't eat gluten, but I just don't like gluten. So I'm glad they have gluten-free stuff. It's in Boston Spa, which is nowhere near my house, so can't tell you how they taste. Saratoga Hookah Bar, that's another place that's nowhere near my house. I can't tell you anything about it, but They have a lot of smoke stuff. It's a head shop. It's got all the things of a head shop. The prices are like online prices, and it's very inclusive of artists and national brand products. So that's on Caroline Street in Saratoga. So as I turn this paper, see, what you got to understand is them reading you all these ads. The ads are a good part of what we do. This tells people what's out there. I mean, it really does. Yeah, I know people who get our paper just because of the ads and like the venues, what shows are being played when. I mean, that's big, and it happens, and a lot of people get us just for that. So that's why I'm reading these to you, because you need to know this information. Well, you don't need to know this information, but I would like you to need to know this information. So here we go. Jeff Dorrance is he's a home financing guy. He's a great guy. He's honest. He's dependable, and he's local. So Premium Mortgage Corporation. And if you get the actual paper, you can scan for his business card. And I like those. I like those little QR scanners. So you can go ahead and do that. An expert in home financing. So okay, so let's say you need some blacktop and paving done, and you know it's getting about the time of year where we need some blacktop and paving done. I'll go with Barrett. The best way is barrettblacktop.com and paving stone and delivering and seal coating. Look up that and get yourself a good deal. And Jimmy Barrett is amazing, and he's a quality guy, and we love him. So do some Barrett Blacktop. And we will continue after a word from these messages.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a couple of hits here.
Take a couple hits. Hits of what? Don't you worry about that.
Yes, don't you worry.
The state of New York no longer worries, so neither should you.
About a thing.
No, this isn't a state of New York worrying issue. He's not smoking that.
It's gonna be alright.
Dude, I'm sitting here reading off all the ads. It's interesting.
There's 105 ads.
Yeah, it's interesting. So while you go do your thing, I'm gonna sit here and read the ads for everybody.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so that way we can get people, you know, interested and motivated, and I don't have to sit here and twiddle my thumb up my ass while you're delivering.
Again, sounds like fun.
We're killing 2 birds here.
Oh shit!
And once we start driving, we'll kill a few more.
I found some sunglasses.
Nice. Are they broken?
No, they're not broken yet. I almost broke them.
Not yet. All right. That's my 2 favorite words. Not yet.
Not yet. Woo. Yeah, this is fun.
Oh yeah. I love Lark Street. Lark Street's
Lark
so
Street
cool.
is the best.
Oh yeah.
Gang, gang.
Huh?
No.
Oh.
Saw one of my homies.
Oh, okay. All right, so we park it on this one?
Yeah. A few spots here.
All right, so we'll go up a little.
Oh, they got the free food fridge.
Oh, that's the free food fridge.
Yes. Somebody's calling you.
I don't want to be rude and like take the camera. Oh, I can't answer that.
You don't want to what?
I don't want it. Hold on, let me,